Sparky, the knights are over here. Over here.
Oh, what's that? Over here? I knew that. Anyway, it's great to see you. I mean, hear and smell you. I can tell someone had delicious pancakes this morning.
Sparky, why do you have that blindfold on?
Well, I took your advice and put a freeze on my jokes.
But why the blindfold?
You know my good friend Melvin, don't ya?
Well, yes, he's a northern bat, right?
Yes, northern bats are the only bats that live above the Arctic Circle. Like all bats, he uses a sonar system to fly around at night. Since I don't have a sonar, I'm trying to see how well I could do if I had to rely on just my hearing and smell.
Can you tell what I'm wearing? Or what color my shoes are? Or how many fingers do I have up?
Absolutely. Just relying on my super sensing ears and nose, I can tell that you are wearing a bright green parka. You have on fuzzy pink slippers. And you are holding up, how many fingers are you holding up? 11 fingers.
That's amazing.
Thank you. It's a gift.
I meant amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong.
Are you sure? Knights! Did I get it all wrong? Well, maybe I need to work more on my skills.
That's a good idea. How about we bring on the royal musicians while you take that blindfold off?
Okay.
No, it's not. How about we try something that I know you were good at doing? Could you remind us of our banner verse?
Oh, that's easy. Our banner verse is Ephesians 6:10. It says, "Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of His power."
You got it. Knights, say that banner verse with us. Here we go. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of His power. Sparky, are you ready for something else I know that you can do well?
What?
Well, can you help me interpret this fourth riddle? I'm struggling with it. You're the only one I know who can read this ancient dragon language.
Wow! This one seems a little strange. It's the strangest riddle we've had
Well, what does it say?
Maybe I read it wrong. Could it be a joke?
Sparky, what does it say?
Oh, it says, the shield of faith is not found yet. Direct your search for feet so wet.
Feet so wet. That is really strange.
Exactly what I said.
Well, it looks like we're going to be on a quest today for the shield of faith.
And to find it, we look for wet feet. There are some animals that keep their feet in the water a lot, like flamingos.
I don't think there are stories about flamingos in the King's book, except maybe the story of Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark. There's a lot of water in that story. I'm going to guess we are looking for a person or people with wet feet.
Well, I know there were people like John the Baptist who spent a lot of time in the water. Also, the Israelites walked through the Red Sea, but that was on dry ground. How about Jesus washing other people's feet? Their feet would be wet.
Well, that's true, but if we're looking for a story about faith, I think the story we need to read is a story. It's about someone who actually walked on water.
On the water? Was he walking on a frozen pond?
No, he was actually walking on water, on a lake. I wonder if the royal players can bring that story for life for us. Let's take a look inside the King's book.
The books of Matthew, Mark, and John tell about an interesting adventure involving Jesus and his close friends, a boat, and a storm. It all began at the end of a famous miracle where Jesus fed a large crowd of people, and only 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish. After everyone had eaten and they collected the leftovers, Jesus told his friends to get in a boat and to sail to the other side of a big lake. When they left in the boat, Jesus took time to talk to his dad. We just call that praying. As it got later in the night and the sky grew darker, Jesus and his friends were in a boat in the middle of the lake and in the middle of a storm. So what did Jesus do next? Jesus didn't need a boat, and he didn't need a swimsuit, and he didn't need floaties. Jesus started to walk, and he was walking on the water. Jesus walked on top of the lake in the dark and in the storm, away from the boat to see his friends. His friends thought he was a ghost. Jesus said, "No worries, guys. It's just me, Jesus." So what did his friends do? They were all still very afraid, all except for Peter. He just shouted back at Jesus, "Hey, if it's really you, Jesus, can I come out there and walk on the water too?" His friends were shocked. But Jesus said, "Absolutely. Come on out here." Peter looked right at Jesus as he climbed out of the boat walking on the water. However, Peter quickly remembered that he was in the middle of a lake, in the middle of a storm, at night. He began to sink and cried out, "Lord, save me!" But Jesus immediately grabbed him, and as he walked back to the boat, Jesus asked, "Why did you worry about the water and the storm? Where did your faith go?" When they climbed back into the boat, the storm died down. His friends began to tell Jesus, "Wow, if we had doubted, they were gone. And you're definitely God's son." And this is just one of the great stories in the King's book.
That was amazing! It was like we were right there! Did that actually happen?
It sure did. Jesus was able to walk on water because he is God's son, you know. But when Peter did it, now that was truly miraculous.
I can't wait to learn more about this story and find the shield of faith.
Well, let's give the knights our castle call out. Today it's armor up with faith. Remember, we put our fists on our shoulders like putting on a safety harness, and we say armor up. And then when we say with faith, this is the way it goes. With faith. All right, you ready? Let's put it all together. Armor up with faith.
Looking great, knights. Okay, now let them start their quest.
Well, we're almost ready, Sparky. On one other skill that knights need to know is archery. It's a very valuable skill for a knight.
Archery? As in a bow and arrow?
Exactly. Archery is very important for knights. So let's stand up and practice our form. First of all, you'll need to pretend you're holding your bow in one of your hands. With your other hand, reach behind your back and pull out a pretend arrow. Now bring them together like this. Aim your arrow at one of those lights in the ceiling. Pull back your bow and let it go. Don't point your arrow at another person. Let's practice hitting those lights.
Wow! It looks like they've already mastered this skill. Can we start the quest now? I need to find out more about this shield of fate.
Yes, it's now time to go on your quest to find the shield of faith. And knights, as soon as you unfreeze and begin, your castle guides will lead you along the way. Have fun and armor up!
When temptation's big and my faith seems small, I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender.
They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
Giants in the land, my God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. Oh, 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 giants in the land. Oh, oh, oh. Though I walk through valleys, I will not fear. When I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender.
They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
Giants in the land, my God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. My God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. Oh, 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 giants in the land. The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
It's craft time.
Knights. Our story for this session begins right after one miracle and continues starting into one or two more miracles. But like Peter learned in the story, whether or not you experience the miraculous may depend on how you look at things. Or in other words, where you put your faith.
Why are we using a shield to represent faith?
Well, Sparky, our shield of faith helps protect us from only seeing things in limited ways and gives us what we need to keep moving forward, even when our way is not clear.
What craft are we making today?
Well, a shield of faith. Of course.
We're on a noble journey, protected by the King of Kings. Jesus calls and we will follow, 'cause we've been given all we need. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are ready for battle, wherever we go. We know that we won't ever be shaken. We wear the armor that saves us. Oh, we are the Knights of North Castle. We got the sword of the Spirit, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the breastplate of justice, and the belt of truth, the shoes of peace to go spread the good news. The sword of the Spirit, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the breastplate of
Hello, Knights! It is day number 4 of Bible school. And here are Princess Melanie and Princess Melody.
Welcome to day 4 of Bible school. Did you watch days 1, 2, and 3? I hope so, because we have another fabulous story that comes from the Bible. So we know that it's true. Because everything in the Bible is true. Hear ye. What does that mean?
Turn your listening ears on.
And
Your eyes.
your watching
Watch
glasses.
the eyes. Pay attention.
The
You're going to learn something tonight.
Today, our Bible story is about what happened to Jesus' friends. Today, our Bible story is about what happened when Jesus' friends were in a boat on a lake. The story is in the book of Matthew in the New Testament. I need your help to tell the story. Get in the boat and go to the other side of the lake, Jesus told his friends. I'm going up the mountain to pray. The friends did just what Jesus told them to do. They got in the boat and they started sailing across the lake. The lake was so calm. Can you sway like a calm boat?
We're swaying on the calm water in the boat like Jesus said.
It was nighttime. The stars were beginning to shine as Jesus' friends sailed across the lake. Can you make stars? Suddenly, the wind started to blow. Can I hear your wind? The waves were getting higher and higher. Oh no! The waves crashed against the side of the boat. Whoa, we're going faster. Can you do it too? As the waves splashed water into the boat. Oh, I don't like the water splashing on me.
Me either.
The waves crashed and splashed all night long. Oh, I wish this would end.
Me too.
Finally, morning came. Hello, sun.
Hello, sun. Good morning.
As the sky began to lighten, Jesus' friends looked over the crashing waves. What did they see in the distance? they saw someone, and he was walking on the waves towards the boat.
You can't walk on the water.
What is that? The friends cried. Is it a ghost?
A ghost?
Jesus' friends were so afraid. But it wasn't a ghost. It was Jesus. Huzzah!
What? Jesus? Walking on water?
Jesus was walking across the waves to the boat.
On the water.
I want to walk on water too, said Peter. He stepped out of the boat and started walking. Then Peter looked down and saw the waves splashing. He started to sink. Oh no!
Oh no!
Help me, Jesus, Peter cried. Jesus walked across the waves and grabbed Peter's hand. Peter and Jesus climbed into the boat. When they were safely in the boat, the wind stopped blowing and the waves stopped splashing. Jesus' friends were surprised that Jesus could walk on the waves. They knew Jesus was God's son. They knew God was with them. They had faith in God.
The end.
The end.
Yay!